everybody, it's MK and I am back with another fabulous Follow a Sketch February. I am absolutely in love with this sketch, but I don't have it pulled up. So there it is, and surprise, I'm not going to do a water page. Although it does scream water and I probably will revisit that sketch again, I'm not going to. So what do I have here? I have two cut files pulled out. One is from the Creative Cuts Club. Okay, I don't remember what month we received this in, but it's this really awesome like double circle with a florally bit, which of course I won't use. I know that's sad. And then the other one is these awesome little like swirly, messy swirls. And this one is from Cut to You. I also have a whole bunch of these leaves that I took from my planner sticker book, and I also, I also put them on vellum and then I fussy cut them out, and I've used them on several projects. I thought this was all that I had, but then I ran into a few more, but those can stay where they are. I'm just going to use those ones. I'm going to try to. I have this little sticker sheet. I have no idea what, you know, it looks Jolie's to me. I'm not sure. I think it was gifted to me in a rack many moons ago. And so I want to use this ginormous one right here. And then there's a teeny tiny little leaf in there too. Okay. So there's that. I have two of these birds of paradise that I created that I'm still trying to put on a page. Let's see if they make it this time. I'll probably set them off to the side and forget like I always do. Because I brought in that yellow from the Birds of Paradise, I brought in this little sticker sheet, which is more on the family side, okay? So when you actually like read the words, it just doesn't, yeah, they don't make sense for a giraffe. Anyways, I've got these two awesome giraffes. It was feeding time. Isn't that so cute? Oh my god. I love how they look like two totally different, like this one's, you know, spots are smaller than this one's. Anyways, they are adorable. I love giraffes. And then of course there's a little plaque that basically tells about, which I took too close or it printed too close. I don't remember. But anyways, I have it. I'm going to put it on my layout. I have a sticker book from Kaisercraft that is Paradise Found. Yes, it is. And I am slowly, like snail's pace, going through this because it's more for vacation, and I thought it was more tropical, but yeah, it's more for vacation. And the thing about this is when you buy it, this is all you see, and maybe that, and I don't get a good happy feel for just this, except for I think like, oh, I could do zoo pictures with this, right? That's my first thought when I saw just this, and you can't zoom in or it's all blurry, you know. And the more that I see it, the more it's definitely a beach vacation-y feel, which I guess that's what the whole Paradise Found was about. But when I look at vacations, yeah, I love looking at vacations too. But when I look at collections, I look at multi-purposes. You know, what can I use it for other than a vacation? And so this is, this and the papers for this are in my, it's like an everything bin. And everything meaning it could be from a zoo to a birthday party, because it's fun and happy. So I guess it's my happy bin. That's what it is. And because the sketch has a whole bunch of blocks behind a central photo, I picked out a bunch of these because I'm trying to dwindle down my stash in my little bowl that I am collecting. I don't know if I'm going to do this because of the background that I picked out, but the background I absolutely loved. Give me that. Because it's got like this swirl on it. Can you guys see how it kind of goes like this? You can. I can. You can. Okay. Everybody can. It is kind of like a weird color. I don't know if it has a color. It's called Double Dot. Oh, it's olive. And then it's got a polka dot on the back. Ooh, that's pretty too. But I like this swirl. And I am going to cut this down to an 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to shrink this little sketch to an 8.5 by 11, and that is why I have these really cool little die cuts here, because on that sketch, it's got like this really cool circle bit, right? Ignore this, because that's not going to happen. But it does have this like little circle bit, and the paper's got a circle bit in it. And when I shrink it down, this is going to be the perfect size. Okay? I'm not sure. I really wanted to use these though, but I'm okay if I don't. I really am. I promise I will be okay if I don't use those circle bits. So I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to go into, you know, my mode and create a layout. All right, let's get going. All right, so the first thing that I wanted to do was cut down my paper. And because that swirl is right in the middle, I am going to cut my paper down, you know, kind of sort of like half and half, instead of just chopping off the 3.5 inches that I needed. So I do know that I have more scraps, but I wanted that swirl to be in the center. Now, once everything is on the layout, you really can't see the swirl. But in my mind, it's there. So anyways, I'm just trimming down my photos, and this giraffe like plaque, it very quickly I decide that I am not going to be using this giraffe. Yeah, it's just too much for the design of the layout. And then of course, I am trying to make this larger circle or double circle work with my layout. And I know that I want to use just a bunch of these scraps as layers behind my giraffe. Now, I do debate whether or not it's too much green. Is it, you know, do I need to add more color? But honestly, this is the color I wanted. I wanted maybe little pops of color, but I just struggle. So I did bring in one more color that was a little bit more like the rest of the embellishments, which is this like sunshiny orange, yellow, something. It's a cross between orange and yellow. Anyways, I do add that for just a hot minute, and it, you know, I don't know. I haven't done it yet, but I do start layering things up. Now I'm trying to create an L shape, and it's basically just so that way I can go with the flow of the die cut more than that's what was in the sketch. Now, I definitely use way more paper than what is in the sketch. And I completely ignore, after a while, I completely ignore the larger circle in the sketch. Once I figure out that, so like right here, I absolutely love the way my layers are looking. I really, really do. But then I start to realize that my embellishments are too big, especially that giraffe one. It is way too big. It's brown on brown with a little bit of black and white and a green thing. And so that's pretty much the whole layout, is it's green and brown. And so that embellishment just does not work on this layout. It's just too big. And so I moved on to the birds of paradise. Now, those birds of paradise, they were made for a card. And I made extras because I wasn't sure how big I needed the flowers. And so when I found the right size flowers, now I'm stuck with these flowers. And I just don't know what to do with them. So I've been trying to put them on a layout. I do like this. I do like how they kind of just pop up, and then I could have put a title on. But I don't honestly plan on putting a title at all on this layout. It's just another zoo animal in, you know, in a field of layouts that I've already created for this exact zoo. In fact, this is the last zoo picture for this year, which is 2006, you guys. I don't feel that I'm behind in my scrapbooking. What I do is I have all of my pictures sorted in albums already. And so basically I just flip through my albums and see what I'm in the mood to scrapbook. And so I've got several albums that are completed and several albums that just need the pocket pages finished. And then I have several albums where I just need to be in the mood to do those types of layouts. And so I flip through and I do all over the place. Sometimes you'll see 2014, sometimes you'll see 2011. And then this happens to be 2006. And so I am, trying to finish this album. I think I only have like maybe one layout left in 2006, not including this one. But I get super excited, but I also get super like, oh, I'm bummed. So here's where I decided that the circle is just not working for me. The larger circle, I just can't get it to do what I want. But if I go any larger, then it wouldn't fit on the layout, and I don't do ovals, so that's not going to work. So instead, I ignored the large circle and decided that, you know what, these are going to be my little circle clusters that are in the sketch. It's my view of it, so that's what it is. And they fit perfect because it was like that set of three was perfect for the three up at the top, and then I just made the rest of it work down at the bottom. And I love this so much more. So I decided to go with white for my giraffes photo mat. And instead of putting my layers down straight, I decided to put them at a slight angle. I just didn't like the blockiness. And I also decided I am not going to use that orangey yellow color at all. It's just throwing everything off. So yeah, I'm a lot more happier with how it looks now, especially now that I can put my giraffe a little bit more in the center of the layout. But I am still just working. I want to try to put as many of these leftover pieces or scraps as possible behind my giraffe without making it look like I've tried too hard. I kind of sort of at this point quit looking at the sketch. And now I am just trying to make it work. At first I thought, oh my gosh, these leaves are just not working. I don't know where to go with them. I don't know where, it just seemed like they weren't working. And this one off leaf, that's my hands frustrated. Like, why can't I get this to look right? And then, of course, my children just got home, so I am visiting with them really quickly. They all got new tablets or Chromebooks, I guess is what they're called, for school that are a little bit more user-friendly than the books that they have been using. So super stoked. I am still just frustrated with these leaves. I can't get them to cooperate. I finally got rid of that one off leaf. I didn't get rid of it. I set it off to the side because you guys know I can't get rid of anything. But yeah, I finally got rid of that because it was a one-off, and it's like, oh, maybe that's what's throwing me off. Get going. So, and I have these little strips. They're like 1/4-inch strips, and I put one at the top and one at the bottom. I know it's not in the sketch, but I kind of wanted, I kind of wanted some interest there. Just having something in the center of a layout is kind of weird to me. So it wasn't really working. And I added those and I instantly loved them and kept them there. But now I added a little saying down at the bottom. I'm going to switch it up to where the saying's at the bottom and then the little strip is on top. But right now it's going to stay like that for a little bit. I thought about adding some flowers. It wasn't a florally thing. These guys aren't tropical animals. And so that was my issue. I felt like I needed more leaves. I felt like I needed more of something, and I just could not figure out what it was that I was missing. And so, so I just decided, nope, no leaves, or no flowers, but none of the leaves on the sticker sheet were like weird. They were print on a print, and I dislike that, you guys. It's not my favoriteest thing in the whole wide world. So here's where I'm adding the strips up at the top. They do blend in to the background quite a bit, but I like that subtle little interest. And here's where I decided that I did not like that sticker longer than the little strip. So I went ahead and I added, I swapped the two around. So, and now I'm going to just add my entire cluster on. I did my little sticky trick that was, when I wanted to find a placement for something, I kind of sort of just put adhesive on my top piece and stick to it, and then I glue it all together. So that way I have the exact placement. I'm trying with that little sticker again, and no, it is not working. I do use that little leaf. It's just a one-off, but in order to add some more of that color in, I find a few words that fit perfectly well. I can't remember what they say, but I do add some. And back in the day, this used to be my favorite animal when I was a kid. And I think it was just because of, you know, the anomaly, what's the word? Anomaly of them. I mean, they're just unique animals. And I've discovered quite a few unique animals after that. And so, yeah. Oh, my son brought me popcorn. Thank you so much. He loves me. That would be my middle son. So last but not least, I am adding some very pale yellow enamel dots. And, you know, I'm finally happy with the way that this layout came to be. I know it looks absolutely nothing like the sketch, but I think it kind of does. I have a photo, I have clusters behind my photo, and I have circles. I just left out the larger circle. So here's the close-up. I am pretty stoked with how everything turned out and how it looks. Make sure that you guys are checking out the links below. There is a link to the Scrapping Reflections Facebook group. And if you ask to join, I mean, there's no cost, no nothing. And then you get to see the albums as to where these layouts or sketches are contained, plus everyone else's take on those sketches. So it's a really fun group to be involved in, and I can't wait to see you guys over there. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.